Good morning, everybody. You're all very, very welcome to this morning's conferring ceremony for the Faculty of Science and Engineering. It is absolutely wonderful to hear the buzz of conversation. And as I walked through the plaza earlier, it was just such a lovely experience to feel that sense of achievement and accomplishment that we're going to celebrate here with you this morning. And of course, while we very warmly welcome you here, and lovely to see you back after what's been a long hiatus for a lot of us, we also extend warm welcomes to everybody right across the country and the world who are joining us for the live stream this morning, family, friends and loved ones. It's great to have you all with us and to celebrate with us here this morning. My name is Professor Patrick Ryan. I'm the Associate Vice President for Student Engagement, and the ceremonies this week have happened as a result of tremendous work by a huge number of different teams, right from here in the concert hall back up to the academic registry. And I would like to thank all of those who are involved in ensuring that our ceremonies are running so well this week. It's the first time that I've stood on the stage here for the week of ceremonies since 2020, and it feels like in some ways that's just a blip, and in other ways it's been one of the longest periods of time that I can recall. So let's make the most of our ceremony this morning. Before we get into the formalities, there are some housekeeping rules. Can you all ensure that, because it's in keeping with public health guidelines, that your masks are securely fastened to where they're supposed to be fastened? Can you just check to make sure you know where the nearest exit is to you? It could be the door that you come in behind you, but also please note that there are exits on stage here and here. In the unlikely event of an evacuation being necessary, you will be guided by our ushers who are here, so please follow their instructions at all times. We ask that you do not leave during the ceremony. Because it's a live stream, it can be quite distracting, and if you can bear with us to the end, that would be great. The ceremony itself will commence very soon after I finish speaking with you here. And at all times during the ceremony, you'll be given various instructions as to when to stand and where to stand, when to come on stage. So it can be a little bit anxiety-provoking, but not to worry, you're in good hands. Just to remind you that we have an open campus here, and as such, we have no control over non-accredited photographers who may be on campus this morning offering services. Our university-accredited photographer is based up in the Castletroy Park Hotel, and there is a framing service available for your parchments in Ego 10, the building where you collected your robes earlier. If you have a mobile phone, can you all please check it now and put it on silent? It's quite distracting if there are various pings and dings going through the ceremony. We are really happy if you'd like to take photographs during the ceremony, but remain seated and ensure that the phone stays on silent if you're doing that. We do encourage you to celebrate this very special day by sharing your photographs on social media and use the hashtag #ULGraduation. So a few words on the ceremony itself this morning and the significance of the attire of academic staff and you as graduands now. The origins of academic attire date back to the 12th century, when universities were beginning to emerge. At that stage, the dress of the scholar, both the student and the teacher, was actually that of a monk. The academic gown can be traced back to the Council of Oxford in 1222, where the local bishop decreed that all clergy should wear a closed, flowing gown. Both Oxford and Cambridge adopted this practice and continued with it even when clerical attire changed. In 1895, formal standards were agreed for American universities, which continue to this day. There, the colour used is indicative of the subject to which the degree pertains. This same uniformity of colour does not apply here in Ireland, and you will find it very difficult to identify any pattern or consistency when the academic staff are assembled here on the stage in a few minutes. The hood was originally intended to serve as a cover for the tonsured head of the cleric, and then caps were used at a later stage. Again, here today you will notice that some academics wear caps, while others do not. This depends on the custom at the particular university at which that staff member's degree was conferred. This morning, the procession will be led by members of the governing authority in their distinctive robes, which are actually uniform. They are followed by members of academic council and academic staff in many colours and many different styles. This group is followed by the vice presidents, associate vice presidents, deans and directors. And the final group to enter the hall here will be led by the mace bearer, along with the president and the provost and deputy president. In medieval times, the mace was actually a weapon of war and was a heavy staff or club made from metal and was used for breaking armour. We don't intend that this will happen this morning. In 13th century France, the mace was carried by the monarch's bodyguard and began to acquire a ceremonial function as a symbol of secular power. Parchments that you will receive today will be presented by the president across the university mace to the graduating students after your name is called. Once the ceremony has concluded, we ask that you remain seated until the academic procession, again led by the mace bearer, will proceed out of the concert hall. I hope that you have a wonderful morning. I hope that you have a great day with family and friends, be they with you or whether you're chatting to them through your socials. And I would like to take this opportunity to wish you well in your future endeavours and hope that you maintain your link with the university as you progress onto the rest of your lifelong learning journey. I will now leave you, and in a few moments, the formal procession and your conferring ceremony will begin. Have a good day, everybody.
members of governing authority, members of the Academic Council, parents, partners and families, graduates of the class of 2021, colleagues. A meeting of the university is hereby convened for the purpose of conferring academic awards. Exercising the power granted to the University of Limerick by Oireachtas Éireann, I hereby confer degrees of the university on the graduates from the Faculty of Science and Engineering. Students not present are hereby conferred in absentia.
It's my pleasure to call on the Executive Dean of the Faculty of Science and Engineering, Professor Sean Arkins, to make his address of welcome and to present the candidates for the conferring of undergraduate and taught postgraduate awards.
Congratulations to all of you. You're graduating from challenging programs in the Faculty of Science and Engineering and at a very challenging time. Your experiences have differed radically from that of, well, almost every previous graduating class and hopefully all future graduating classes. You've been uniquely challenged in the fire of a global pandemic, and while the challenge hasn't yet expired, we can now perhaps at last look forward to brighter days and to a time when these lockdowns will be a distant memory. Over 100 years ago, a disease misnamed as Spanish flu affected a staggering 1/3 of the world's population and killed 50 million. 1918 was a world that didn't know viruses very well. The first virus had just been identified. Now, we are all too familiar with PCR tests and the merits of viral or mRNA vaccines. Technology has also certainly enabled us to better adapt. Can you imagine trying to navigate the current viral pandemic without the developments that we have made in the past 40 years in science, engineering, design, mathematics, and computing? The aftermath of the 1918 pandemic brought a baby boom, the Charleston and the Roaring Twenties. Life after COVID-19 will also be different. We have learned how to work differently and perhaps better. But unlike our ancestors in the 1920s, our post-COVID world cannot afford to return to life as before. You, the graduating class of 2021, must help us to show how not to put the pieces back together, but instead how to create a new and better normal. The pandemic has shown us many inequalities that have defined our lives for far too long. It has also allowed us to reflect on how we would like our world and lives to be, and has fostered a better appreciation of our community and environment. And that environment is endangered. Global warming, due to increased greenhouse gases in the developed world, poses the most severe problem for governments today. While science and engineering developments were central to industrialization and the resulting global challenges, science and engineering disciplines will also be critical to the solutions. From now on, our development must be sustainable. Scientific, engineering and technological innovation will be central to achieving sustainable development. The Sustainable Development Goals were drafted by the United Nations and identify a set of targets such as the eradication of extreme poverty, the delivery of improved education and healthcare for all, and equality for women. Many of these goals, like affordable, sustainable energy and health and well-being, will particularly challenge the ingenuity and technology of you, our science and engineering graduates. As science and engineering graduates, your abilities will be critical to achieving sustainable development in our post-COVID world as we struggle to realign our ambitions with sustainable climate health. Your disciplines will be key to supporting the post-COVID recovery as we look to increasing our efficiency and effectiveness in the production of products and the delivery of services in a sustainable manner. Your experience, together with the independence and resilience that you have developed over the past semesters will stand you well in your future careers. Your expertise will be necessary to drive all our economic ambitions and to provide the foundations for a sustainable future. Science and engineering disciplines are continuously developing. Continuous learning is the minimum requirement for success in any field. Stay open to change. The University of Limerick and the Faculty of Science and Engineering will be here with current and state-of-the-art programmes to help you on your career journey. In closing, let me congratulate the graduates here today on your achievements in particularly challenging times. You all have bright futures ahead. Well done to all of you, and I hope you enjoy this event. President, the Academic Council of the University has been satisfied that the following candidates are worthy to be conferred with undergraduate and postgraduate awards. Therefore, I present the candidates and request you to confer the awards on them.
I'm now pleased to call upon Dr. Teresa Curtin of the Department of Chemical Sciences in the Faculty of Science and Engineering to present the candidates for each award. For each award, Dr. Curtin will first read the names and the President will present the parchments for students attending today's ceremony in person. After which, Dr. Curtin will read the names of those students graduating for the same award in absentia. So, please applaud each student attending in person as they accept their parchments. For those students graduating in absentia, please allow Dr. Curtin to read all the names for each award in sequence, and then we'll applaud and acknowledge those students at the end of each block. Okay? All right, thank you. And I'll hand over to Dr. Curtin.
Master of Science, Financial Services. This student is in absentia. Hannon Rory. Certificate Equine Science, Houlihan Mella. Latchford Zooey. The following students are in absentia: Brennan Rebecca, Butler Abby, McLaughlin Emma. Bachelor of Engineering, Chemical and Biochemical Engineering. This student is in absentia. Condon Kevin. Bachelor of Engineering, Design and Manufacture. This student is in absentia. Asmus Christopher. Bachelor of Engineering, Electronic and Computer Engineering. These students are in absentia. Keating Finn, Wang Hongjia. Bachelor of Engineering, Mechanical Engineering. Onwegubusi Adrian. Bachelor of Science, Bioscience. This student is in absentia. Ikubudu Diamond. Bachelor of Science, Computer Games Development. Salplashta Ratislav. The following student is in absentia: Ahern Matthew. Bachelor of Science, Computer Systems. The following students are in absentia: Brosnan James, Fallon John, Mackenzie Murdo Roderick, Pei Shou, Zhang Fin Yuan. Bachelor of Science, Construction Management and Engineering. The following student is in absentia: Buckley Darren. Bachelor of Science, Equine Science, Murray Alec. Bachelor of Science, Food Science and Health, McAuliffe Joanna. Bachelor of Science, Industrial Biochemistry, Meany Rowan. O'Brien Ellen. Bachelor of Science, Mathematical Sciences, Clancy Keith. Bachelor of Science, Music, Media and Performance Technology. This student is in absentia: O'Boyle Kelly. Bachelor of Science, Pharmaceutical and Industrial Chemistry, Myers Cahill. Bachelor of Science, Product Design and Technology, Grimes Jolie. Bachelor of Science, Quality and Regulatory Affairs, Bannon Pamela. Begley Erin. Birchall Ashley. Burke John. Foley Sean. Giblin Ross. Murphy Jessica. Kelly Keane. Ring Dara. Sinskowska Malgorzata. The following students are in absentia: Campbell Stephen, Carty David, Sinead Casey, De Silva Kenneth, Fitzharris Jamie, Flood Aoife, Herlihy Peter, Carney Sharon, Lewis Clodagh, Martin Cady, McGrath Cahill, McDermott Darren, O'Connor Anthony, O'Brien Bridget, O'Dwyer John, Peter Pregora Olina, Rooney Kevin, Stasiak Sandra, Tracy Christian, and finally Woods Dermot. Graduate Diploma in Artificial Intelligence. This student is in absentia. Hor Declan. Graduate Diploma Chemical Engineering. Dollery Aoife. McInnery Liam. Noonan Ashling. O'Connor Lucy. The following students are in absentia. Ahmad Fraz, Breen Blaheen, Cahill Owen, Egan Louise, Nwagwo Chisum, O'Regan Paul. Graduate Diploma, DevOps and Continuous Software Engineering. This student is in absentia. Bounds Ignatius. Quintana Bruno. Higher Diploma, Data Analytics and Software Development. Abraham Thusher. Kelly Liam. The following students are in absentia. Nicangaul Natalie, O'Shaughnessy Patrick. Higher Diploma, DevOps and Data Analytics. The following student is in absentia. McMahon Rory. Higher Diploma, Environmental Science. The following student is in absentia. Healy Padder. Higher Diploma, Software Development. Frahel Joseph. Monaghan Rory. The following students are in absentia. Burke Dillon, Carey Shona, Hurahan Watanabe Michelle, Kozak Ilona, Nicolau Ira, O'Rian Eamon, Walsh Luke. Specialist Diploma Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning. This following student is in absentia. Lee Robert. Specialist Diploma, Quality Management, Lean Systems. Quaid Marie. The following students are in absentia: Corrigan William, Dervin Robert, and finally, O'Reilly Edmund. Specialist Diploma, Quality Management, Six Sigma. The following students are in absentia: Cyril and Uo Olicia, Corrigan William, Suetan Aranola. Specialist Diploma, Regulatory Affairs in Biopharmaceuticals. The following student is in absentia: Brady Siobhan. Specialist Diploma, Supply Chain Management. This student is in absentia: O'Flaherty Patrick. Master of Arts, Art and Technology. The following students are in absentia: Collins Daniel, Finn Keelan, Monroy Gattel Juliana Esther, O'Sullivan Owen. Master of Arts, Interaction and Experience Design. Mestri Vinuta Madhukar. Princewell Akuduba Ayola. Ratul Ashoke Kumar. Roach Thomas. Salvi Raj. The following student is in absentia: Manning Kian. Master of Engineering, Aeronautical Engineering. Crimin Sean. The following student is in absentia: James Jeffrey. Master of Engineering, Computer and Communications Systems. Akinduro Akinsola. Aurora Arshit. Krasto Nishai. D'Souza Ronsi McGuinn. Lu Minkai. Uday Chain Emerem. Wang Ruliam. The following student is in absentia: Lau Kian. Master of Engineering, Computer Engineering, Shu Hansen. Master of Engineering, Information and Network Security, Arakiam Asuverus Abil Shalini. Babasanmi Anuolua. Drew Adam. Eminik Onu Emmanuel. Fitzpatrick Shane. Moran Martin. Ogunji Tanimola. Probo RK. Rangunathan Pramuda Lila. Jeffrey Martin. The following students are in absentia: Conway Neil, Noonan John, Picard Alea. Thank you. Master of Engineering, Mechatronics, Adegoke Adeliki. Akposo Akomer. Anshuri Lokesh. Filin Krikov Eric. Finan Alexander. Halisi Stephen. Higgins Patrick. Hurrigan Owen. Cosma Elizabeta. Morris Josh. Ojokunal Tulu Wanimi. Okuwanji Okochukwu. Vance Anirudh Rajiv. Pillai Karan Rajiv. Roy Roshan. Ryan James. Shay Fahida. The following students are in absentia: Clark James, Cronin Seamus, Dior Pushan Rajesh, Dio Aurelian, Kurian Rosemary, Schifferlin Vincent, Sikumar Harishankar, Whitaker John, Huin Una, and finally, Zarguncha Shanfi Jan. Master of Science, Advanced Engineering Materials, Edigwu Frank. Halpin Liam. Mabanza Trifon. Oregon Benedict. The following students are in absentia: Kader Rutika Madukar, Narajan Santo Spandian, and finally, Siu Ting Hau. Master of Science, Aeronautical Engineering, Gavikan Oran, Cohen Karar Ahmed, Koja Adnan, Nolan Nathan, Odisanya Tiwololu, Sanji Jason Thomas, Wang Tiru, the following students are in absentia: Bonnet Bach Jamé, Constant Mathieu, DeMarcus Julien, Muradas Udreosola Daniel, Master of Science, Applied Physics, Redican David. Master of Science, Artificial Intelligence, Adewumi Sola, Almardini Yahya, Balger Owen, Boland Paul, Bracken Cormac, Brown Thomas. Clark Anthony. Connolly Ashling. Dempsey Dennis. Harris Niall. Hoti Gautam Indudar. Hurgan Brian. McHale Fergus. Mullins Brian. O'Sullivan John. Rajen Sentil Murugan. Rumatula Harati. Roy Amrit Indu. Sheehan Fergal. Sivanyana Coral in Ian. Stokes John. Tierney Niall. Tunkels Andreas. Uberhande Vrashali. Ward Mark. Young Ming. The following students are in absentia. Adeosun Ayokun. Buckley Owen. Downey Thomas. Dwan Melanie. Garcia Aguio Juan Jose. Hickey Sean. Higgins Kathleen. Huang Fule. Keaveney Jonathan. Kenny Andrew. Ku Aaron. MacDonald Kevin. Muhammad Ali Muhammad Musab. Mulhall David. O'Neill Mark. Power Martin. Quinn Liam. And finally, Scanlon John. Master of Science, Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning. Agnew Kahir. Mawada Dishant Rashindra. Sud Shiwan. Verma Rahul Kaushal. The following students are in absentia. Amer Nehal. Gleason Peter. Jimo Abdul Ghaffar. Kumugala Swashita. Mada Pavini. O'Donovan Connor. Thakur Mithun Mukesh. And we have a student here, so Wang Yan. And our final student in absentia, Zhao Sikai. Master of Science, Biomedical Device Materials, Cuddy Jonathan. Devlin Connor. Diskin Daniel. Francis Patrick Kumar, Navita Candy Kumar. Gokian Rachel. Joyce Cormack. Kelly Adam. Sexton Jack. Sheridan Mark. Winters Katrina. Yang Otiing. The following students are in absentia. Aravinda Kumar Subsikta. Crawford Tara. Zakar Matus. Finton Connor. Guda Maheshwara Sastry. Master of Science Bioprocessing, Cummins Aaron. Dunn Porrick. Kanan Marie. Madden Aaron. Moriarty Miriam. Noonan Mary. O'Connor Lee. Oakoyi Dekan Oluwan Fimi. O'Reilly Louis. Rashdi Hind. Walsh Sarah. The following students are in absentia: Coughlin Liam, Hassett Andrew, O'Gorman Rory Og. Master of Science, Civil Engineering, Collins Kean. Fennel Jamie. Gallagher Owen. Gleason Roy. Han Owen. Maher Diarmid. Murphy Dara. Sun Poo. The following students are in absentia: Ahern Billy, Condon Roger, Colleton Shane, Flynn Niall, Freeman Connor, and finally O'Gorman Ryan. Master of Science, Design for Health and Wellbeing, Martin Owen. O'Driscoll Van Ron Luke. O'Mani Megan. Pilo Dennehy Duran. The following students are in absentia: Sweeney Jack, Words Wandril, Master of Science, Health Informatics, Aribasoye Grace, Chandran Shilpa, Granil David, Uwigbu Maureen Ushena, Lynch Megan, McEntee Brona, Melvin Sheila. And the following student is in absentia: Orama Nelson. Master of Science, Interaction and Experience Design, Iamsard Tanashapand. Damodaran Arunraj. Egan Anthony. Essien Onwana. Jacob Philip Nilit. Murphy Stephen. Rajiv Aron. Master of Science, Mathematical Modeling, Adams Saki. Brasileiro Pinha Carolina. Healy Tom. Lynch Michael. And the following students are in absentia. Funderik Micah. Hanavi Niall. Murphy Christopher. And finally, Wang Yike. Master of Science, Mechanical Engineering, Juriya Singhani Ravi Kumar. Kelleher Luke. O'Gorman Fiacra. Padmaja Sivadesan Jiva. And the following students are in absentia. Boho Shinshu, Gleason Rebecca, Liu Shinao, Mong Qingyu, Mutiala Vijay, O'Connor David, Shikar Sherry, Shortest Jack, and finally, Vahan Mark. Master of Science, Software Engineering, Adidiji Ifeolua. Dilip Patil Yukti. Mahantapa Devya. Joe Ria. Juri Kieti. Nias Aman. Talavar Praveen Bilsha. The following students are in absentia. Barrett John. Chopra Neha. Guang Huang. Hieu Le. Jiang Jiangqi. And the following students are in absentia. Joy Ajit Francis, Liu Tongling, Lu Yao, Olokpa Aghogo Joy, Omionu Naduzi, Shaha Dahavan Sanjay, and finally, Vaka Avinash Reddy. Master of Science, Strategic Quality Management, Lean Sigma Systems. Ilmer Casilla. Philly Suzanne. Manto Declan. Molani Damien. Sheehan Gavin. And the following students are in absentia. Begley Owen, Colopy Gary, Daly Ian, Kavanagh John, Mullers Herman, Nelson Stewart, O'Carroll Carol, O'Connell David, O'Keefe Kevin, Shannon Paul, Slattery Owen, Starr Jane, Swana Tansha Julian. Master of Science, Sustainable Resource Management, Policy and Practice. Dow Patrick. Lahav Laura. Lynch Jennifer. And the following students are in absentia. Audu Samuel. Fornezo Quentin. Henderson Zachary. Hennessy Ida. Kedzora Claire, Meehan Donal, Mills Kevin, O'Neill Cullum, and finally, O'Rourke Hugh. Master of Engineering, Casterellus Photius, Mulkerins Dara, Whelan Connor, Master of Science, Moran Donal, in absentia, Panvar Ashu.
It's now my pleasure to invite our Vice President Research, Professor Nora Lee Kennedy, to present the candidates for the award of doctoral degrees by research and thesis.
President, the Academic Council of the University has been satisfied that the following candidates are worthy to be awarded doctoral degrees by research and thesis. Therefore, I present the candidates and request you to confer the awards on them.
So our first candidate is Amber Comp. Anne has successfully submitted a thesis under the supervision of Dr. Maurice Collins. The title of Anne's thesis is Blended Lignin as a Precursor for Carbon-Based Materials, Development and Applications. Anne will now be presented with her parchment by the President. Emir Donnellan. Emir has successfully submitted a thesis under the supervision of Professor Sean Fair. The title of Emir's thesis is Characterization of the Immunomodulatory Properties of Spermatozoa from High and Low Field Fertility Bulls. Emir will now be presented with a parchment by the President. Susan Fennell. Susan has successfully submitted a thesis under the supervision of Professor James Gleeson, Dr. Kevin Burke, and Dr. Mike Quayle. The title of Susan's thesis is Mathematical and Statistical Models for Studying Social Interaction. Susan will now be presented with her parchment by the President. James Flynn. James has successfully submitted a thesis under the supervision of Dr. Sarah Hudson. The title of James' thesis is Designing Biomaterials for the Development of Bacteriocin-Based Antimicrobial Therapies. James will now be presented with his parchment by the President. Luke Grenane. Luke has successfully submitted a thesis under the supervision of Professor Tofel Said and Dr. Ulhak Etsam. The title of Luke's thesis is The Modelling, Development and Characterization of Materials for Use in Advanced Magnetic Applications. Luke will now be presented with his parchment by the President. Mariam Karima Jafari. Mariam has successfully submitted a thesis under the supervision of Professor Gavin Walker and Dr. Denise Croker. The title of Mariam's thesis is Exploration of Hot Melt Extrusion as a Co-Crystal Synthesis Approach. Mariam will now be presented with her parchment by the President. Joseph Mooney. Joseph has successfully submitted a thesis under the supervision of Dr. Vanessa Egan and Professor Jeff Punch. The title of Joseph's thesis is On the Thermofluidic Behavior of Deformed Multi-Source Heat Pipes. Joseph will now be presented with his parchment by the President. Kathleen McMahon. Kathleen has successfully submitted a thesis under the supervision of Professor Colin Fitzpatrick. The title of Kathleen's thesis is Advancing the Circular Economy in Electrical and Electronic Equipment, Exploring Preparation for Reuse, Export for Reuse, and the Creation of Decent Work. Kathleen will now be presented with her scroll and parchment by the President. Hannah McTague. Hannah has successfully submitted a thesis under the supervision of Professor Ake Rasmussen. The title of Hannah's thesis is Crystal Nucleation in Pharmaceutical Co-Crystal Systems. Hannah will now be presented with her parchment by the President. Joseph O'Brien. Joseph has successfully submitted a thesis under the supervision of Professor James Gleeson. The title of Joseph's thesis is On Modelling and Data Science Approaches Towards Understanding the Dynamics of Social Diffusion and Success Within Complex Systems. Joseph will now be presented with his parchment by the President. Luke Robinson. Luke has successfully submitted a thesis under the supervision of Professor Daniel Toll, Dr. Tom Newey, and Dr. Gerald Dooley. The title of Luke's thesis is Extended Horizon Satellite and Marine Communications System for Marine Renewable Energy. Luke will now be presented with his parchment by the President. The following are now in absentia, presented in absentia, but if we could acknowledge each one with applause. The first is Abbas Raja. Abbas has successfully submitted a thesis under the supervision of Professor Ita Richardson. The title of Abbas's thesis is Developing a Decision Exploration for the Adoption of Health Information Systems. Olga Dueva. Olga has successfully submitted a thesis under the supervision of Professor Paul Weaver. The title of Olga's thesis is New Analytical and Semi-Analytical Solutions for Static Deflection of Composite Beams. Joshua Dooley. Joshua has successfully submitted a thesis under the supervision of Professor Stephen O'Brien and Professor Andrew Fowler. The title of Joshua's thesis is A Mathematical Analysis of Lysengang Rings. Gosson Frederick. Gosson has successfully submitted a thesis under the supervision of Professor Tiziana Magaria. The title of Gosson's thesis is Aggressive Aggregation, Domain-Specific Program Optimization with Algebraic Decision Diagrams. Admir Krakjo Admir has successfully submitted a thesis under the supervision of Professor Daniel Toll and Dr. Eden O'Murdick. The title of Admir's thesis is The Network and Video Latencies in Marine Remote-Controlled Applications. Maraba Oguzen. Maraba has successfully submitted a thesis under the supervision of Professor Damien Thompson. The title of Maraba's thesis is Investigation of Stability in Self-Assembled Peptides by Computational Modeling. Joseph O'Donnell. Joseph has successfully submitted a thesis under the supervision of Professor Tofel Said, Professor Tuvik Suleiman, Dr. Christoph Cillian, and Professor Damien Thompson. The title of Joseph's thesis is Piezoelectrical Measurements in Solid-State Biomolecular Assemblies, including globular and membrane proteins. Sai Ashish Rajendra. Sai has successfully completed a thesis under the supervision of Professor Jim Buckley and Dr. Andrew Laguerre. The title of Sai's thesis is Towards a Holistic Assessment of Centralization in Distributed Ledgers. And finally, Strozyak Mikhail. Strozyak has successfully submitted a thesis under the supervision of Dr. Maurice Collins and Dr. Maria Rubio. The title of Strozyak's thesis is Dielectrical Heating of Carbon Precursors. So thank you very much. I now call upon our President, Professor Kirsten May, to deliver her conferring address.
Dear Yves, welcome graduates. It has taken 2 years for us to say that in person, but I'm very delighted to be able to say it to you finally, here and now. Today is the Red Letter Day for University of Limerick, and a day that we mark in celebration of your academic success. Yes, we would have preferred for larger numbers, for your families and friends to be here and share in the occasion, but for now we will take this as a step towards the better days to come, for the new normal to take hold for you, for the institution, and for society at large. Graduates, may I offer you the warmest of congratulations on completing this hugely important part of your lifelong learning journey. You have excelled academically, and all while we faced some of the most challenging days in recent history. Your achievements cannot be underestimated, as it shows tenacity, determination, and strength of character for each and every one of you to be graduating here today. Be proud of your accomplishments. I'm sure your family, your friends, your tutors, and your peers share in that pride. As we join to celebrate your success as a community of scholars, we should look at this institution as being part of a much bigger community. UL is an anchor in the local community, a major educator and knowledge creator, a very significant employer, and an agent of change. UL is also part of an international family that helps us all to look outwards as we develop and strive to excel in the ways we educate you, our students and now graduates, to be the leaders of tomorrow. It may not feel like it at the moment, but life moves fast, and we see members of this UL graduate family every year who sat where you sit now, and who are now leading in their fields, innovating, driving positive change, and inspiring others around them every day. All of that potential is now yours for grasping. Over the last 2 years, all of us had to deal with significant disruption and challenge to our lives, our work, our education, and our research. We are now thankfully emerging from the clutches of a devastating pandemic, one that will leave many scars. However, let us not forget that we fought the pandemic on the front line through research, advances in medicine, but most of all, through the determination and solidarity of our communities. As we enter into our third year of living with COVID-19, the importance and resilience of the higher education sector has never been more evident. UL has always been described as an agile, entrepreneurial and pioneering university. We have a reputation for shaping and trailblazing, responding to societal challenges, and contributing to the advancement of the Irish knowledge economy by working closely with employers to develop the right graduate attributes and skills, and by engaging with industry, communities, public agencies, and government in cutting-edge research, knowledge exchange, and impact generation. Here in UL, our response to COVID-19 was swift and determined. We developed PPE, we worked tirelessly in the laboratories, and we studied and modeled how the virus would spread and what marks it may leave on society. We moved our entire teaching and learning infrastructure online within weeks. That is 3,000 modules and the efforts of over 1,800 staff and over 17,000 students. We contact traced, we cared for those infected, and we assisted in their recovery. It has no doubt taken a toll on all of us, but in another way, it has shown the vital role of universities in our world and offered us opportunities to do things differently. You can reflect on a period as a student and now as graduates where you got a different learning experience, which came with different challenges compared to learning through focused face-to-face delivery. With the payment of student contribution and course fees more generally, a view is growing that universities are mere service providers, contracted to deliver a set menu of easily digestible content and certified skills. Contrary to such rather consumerist attitude, learning requires the proactive engagement and co-creation by students. Indeed, it is a process of making and becoming for everyone involved in it. The coronavirus pandemic has catalyzed a monumental shift to virtual and hybrid learning for the entire global higher education sector. While this transition has come with challenges to established ways of developing, imparting, and assessing knowledge and skills, it has opened up new opportunities to facilitate learning and engagement, to make accessible insights and a diversity of perspectives, for sharing expertise and experience across geographic and institutional boundaries. We must seize these opportunities and transform tertiary education now to safeguard the resilience of the sector and the ability to meet the challenges of tomorrow. We have welcomed the establishment of the new Technological University of the Shannon Midlands Midwest here in the region, and continue to collaborate with our colleagues in TUSMM and Mary Immaculate College. However, there's little point in creating new universities without funding all higher education institutions sufficiently to enable them to act as societal change engines. Lack of adequate funding is pushing Irish universities down the international rankings as we struggle to compete with the resources afforded to many of our global university partners. While we welcome the clear value signal that government made with the establishment of the Minister and Department of Further and Higher Education, Research, Innovation and Science, what we need now are the resources to support the extraordinary talent already in place in Irish universities and to welcome significantly more students every year throughout this decade as a result of continuous demographic growth and widening access to higher education. It has always been our policy in UL to enhance access and to put respective pathways in place so that everyone who could go to university does go to university. But what do we do when we simply no longer have the space or the right learning environment to meet the needs of our diversifying student community, or the adequate means to advance research? Talent is Ireland's treasure and a key resource for its shared prosperity, and we must nurture diverse talents, furthering and safeguarding inclusion, diversity and equality through higher education and advanced research are vital for the thriving of our communities. We must realize the opportunity to build on what we have learned from blended and online delivery over the past 2 years. We must reimagine university education to engender continuous re- and upskilling, to enable a life-wide learning approach, aligned to the major transformation of the world of work and the ways we live. Universities have to be a space of creative thinking and critical reflection, for experimentation and calculated risk-taking, underpinned by academic freedom and freedom of expression, where divergent views and alternative futures can be explored and disruptive innovation happens. Universities play an important part in addressing planetary health and climate change, in challenging unsustainable economic growth models and social injustice. Universities have to be a place where new value propositions, scientific models, creative practices and social technologies are being piloted and tested. Considerations for the future of education have to focus on growing a sense of interrelatedness between individuals and the community, between the local and the global. The remodeling of university education to support learning throughout the lifespan and advanced inquiry has to go hand in glove with the reform of its funding model, enhanced investment into its research infrastructure, capacity and capability building, and a governance approach that is built on partnership. As I mentioned before, we are part of a local and international community, a community that we are committed to through our development plans for the UL City Centre campus in the heart of Limerick, and our ambitions to grow our campus and its environs with a strategic development zone designation adjacent to the North Campus. Next week will mark the start of a new beginning as a small group of UL students undertake part of their educational journey on the UL City Centre campus. Our commitment to the region is steadfast. We will continue to strive for UL to be known as a destination for excellence in education, research and innovation. We will both develop and attract the highest caliber staff and the best students from all sections of society, both in Ireland and abroad, and ensure that Limerick and the Midwest are recognized as great places to live, study and work. Today, you emerge as our latest cohort of ambassadors who can share in that story and commitment. You are now armed with an award worthy of your efforts. An award from this institution comes marked with one of the highest graduate employability rates in the country and beyond. To that end, it is imperative that we continue to hone and support our strong employer relationships, as they are vital too for shaping future-facing academic programs that are relevant for students, parents and guardians, and employers alike. Programs such as our Masters in Artificial Intelligence, Data Analytics, Cybersecurity, Finance and Machine Learning, and indeed the industry flagship course in Immersive Software Engineering with its over 50 industry partners are all future-facing and respond to the radical and rapid changes in and to professional fields and the occupational landscape. There are many influences informing these changes, such as digitization, the global flow of capital and information, the exponential growth of knowledge, scientific advances, and increases in disruptive technologies. Just as you are prepared now to face your next challenge, we are prepared in furthering our approach to innovation, to advance research and increasing our knowledge exchange in sustainable ways. We will do this through collaborations with other academic institutions, nationally and internationally, with business and industry, with government and with communities. It is a journey just like yours, and one that we know our paths will cross again in the future. Our higher education institutes protect the value of academic achievements proudly and fiercely by ensuring that our governance of your educational journey reaches the highest international standards. We stand firm against any dilution of educational standards to ensure that you can use your degree confidently and proudly in the knowledge that it is an unquestionable statement of ability, attainment, and academic integrity. Today, you join a global alumni community from UL of more than 110,000 graduates who are shaping the world we live in. For some of you, your steps on this pathway of formal education will end here for now, and you will become dynamic and more informed members of the workforce. For others, you will stay on this path of knowledge acquisition and exchange and take your studies onwards. For all of you, the achievement of graduating today has been hard-earned through dedication and focus, persistence, and some degree of self-sacrifice. You have been helped in your journey to this point by a network of supporters. Now, graduates, take a moment to thank your parents and guardians, your partners and family, your friends and supporters, as well as the members of UL, lecturers, academic and technical support staff and administrators, all of whom are very proud of your accomplishments. And to show your appreciation, you may clap and/or you may raise your cups and toss them in the air. Thank you. I think the tossing of cups we still have to practice a bit, but that's for the next time. Back to you, graduates. Determination, hard work, and perseverance will always bring success, and now you are equipped with the skill set and the tools to overcome challenges and to succeed. Be cognizant of your own self-worth, your growth potential, and your ability to achieve, and crucially, determine what success means for you. Savor the short-term accomplishments, but be mindful of your long-term aspirations and fulfillment, professionally and personally, and all the while think carefully about your priorities and about what you can give to others and how you can impact the communities you live and you work in. Today, as University of Limerick President, I can proudly stand before you and end by wishing you the very best for the future, safe in the knowledge that when life does become uncertain, you will always find comfort and sustenance from the achievements that we mark in your graduation here today. Feel tall. Be proud, savor and relish the achievements of today, and go out into the world to make a change. Many congratulations and thank you. Cohortagus Argus Goma, Gorov Mila Maragot.
Warm congratulations to all of you, whether you graduated here in person today or graduated in Absentia and you're watching on the live feed. This brings the ceremony, the formal part of the ceremony to an end. So thank you for your attendance. Can I ask graduates, please, could you remain in your seats just while the platform party leaves the auditorium, and then the ushers will direct you to the different exits to leave. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.